Cadets Pledge. I pledge my commitment to the ways of the cadets. A cadet is guided by principles of integrity. A cadet perseveres. A cadet is honest. A cadet follows instructions. A cadet is open to learning and corrections. A cadet must be kind to everyone at all times. A cadet is humble and polite. A cadet is ethical. A cadet is respectful. A cadet is responsible and accountable. A cadet pursues excellence in their development. A cadet commits with physical and spiritual purity.
Well, Theo and I, my late husband, have always been passionate about giving back to communities and supporting education in particular, because it is really a passport to the world, right? For our children, we grew up in communities that were not poor, but they were not rich, right? We were not out there in the world. The world is a big, big place. But we found out that through education, we can actually transcend levels in society. And initially, we would give support to children in our families. Now it's called Black Text, which I don't believe it is. That they are first part of a community before they are students.
Wow.
And for me, and finding out now has resonated with what he has always believed in and what we have wanted to do. And I have decided to take his dream.
Yes.
And now expand it into primary schools to remind children that they are first part of the community. Thank you. In 2008,
Yes.
Diego said to me, I want to fund a child through varsity. I'm talking 4 years. We had been giving a bursary here. We've been supporting a child who goes to varsity in the family. But he said, I want to see a child through varsity from first year to fourth year. Till they finish. And then I said, how are you going to do it? And he said, we are going to advertise, because I don't want to be related to them. I just want the universe to put in my space a child that I can support.
Wow.
So when we finished with the vets student, I then said to Teho, I want to do something in high schools. At the time, there was a scourge of teenage pregnancy.
Yeah.
And we started with about 40 children. Now we are sitting with 120 children.
Wow.
And you will see them here. The joy that we get from this is just amazing. How we do it is that we have you've met Entle, we have the Rangers.
Yes, the Rangers.
So the Rangers are previously unemployed graduates.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yes.
And we bring them into SCI. They manage. They are operations managers.
Run by young people. Yeah.
Young people for young people. They do the mentoring. So the people, we see this child not just as an individual, an independent individual, but as part of the community.
Yeah.
They are affected by what happens to their parents. They are affected by what happens to their teachers. They are affected by what happens in their homes. And we try and provide, when we grew up, it was said ever so often, it takes a village to raise a child. We're trying to create that village. So we have parents meetings, we have teachers meetings, we have, and we try and draw into the system. We have psychologists that come and give talks and support to our children. Wow. So we try and do the best that we can in order to create support.
For me, it helps with academics. It helps you build your confidence, it helps you have more knowledge, and you get to know people more, you get to know different types of people, because we are different as cadets, and they teach us discipline. That's one thing they teach us. They teach discipline to a point whereby you are disciplined. Even I think it should be a month that we celebrate, as a youth. We know that we sometimes go through a lot and we really need that help. So it should be a month that we seek for help, a month that everyone can hear us, you know, and hear our cry for help. I think there's, yeah.
I say it's Youth Month. That is why we do this in June. That is why we are so cold. Right?
Yeah.
Because we are trying to do exactly what you're saying. So instead of it just being a holiday, we are trying to say this is what we are doing in our square meter. That is positive, that contributes positively to young people. Each of you take with you something and showcase it on the day, so that it's not just a holiday. And there are enough, there are a lot of people, like I say to you, if each of us takes our square meter, one day we will come around and we will have a mega kilometer, mega meters of goodness. So maybe instead of the celebration, the festival,
And having the president speak to us, address us, you know, it's always the same thing.
Can we then say this is what we are doing in the square meter? Because the other thing is that when we don't tell people what we are doing, they misconstrue